So here's a riddle. You are a very smart scientist. Here's you. You are conducting a very precise experiment, and you have two containers. You have one large container and one slightly smaller container. You have to fill them up with the same amount of a certain chemical. You would just use your beakers, but they are all broken because you dropped them. So you can't use those. But you do have a special machine that can fill up your containers with an amount of liquid. Problem is, this machine, there's a gear there, it's a gear. This machine isn't very accurate. So it can fill up your containers, but it might not fill it up in the same time or with the right amount. All it can do precisely is fill it up to the top. That's pretty much all it can do. Or you can fill the big one to the top. Another thing you can do is move the liquid from this container into this container, or you can move the liquid from this container into this container. And that's your premise. You can't measure the amount of time it takes because the machine isn't accurate and all your clocks are broken. So you can't do that. Now the question is, how do you fill the containers with the same amount of liquid? If you want to figure it out for yourself, you can pause the video here. I'll put a little timer on. Okay, so here's how you solve this riddle. All you do is you fill up the small container to the top, and then you dump its contents into the big container, and that'll fill it up maybe halfway, maybe just a little bit, you don't know, but it fills it up a certain depth. And now you know that in this container is the same amount that is in this container when it's filled to the top. So then you can just fill this container all the way to the top again, and now the containers have the same amount of chemical, and you can finish your experiment.